Sanakori right here at the Taino Fun House. And I hope everyone's doing well. Got my lights here. And just wait for a few people to jump in. I hope no one gets vertigo tonight because I'll be moving the phone a little bit. Got some props here today. And I got my trusted Opia buddy right here. He'll be helping me out tonight. Hey Jonathan, what's up? How you doing? Hey, what's up? Hi, Charlie. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. I'm sorry it's so late, right? 10:30. That's when the Opias come out. So I like to chill with the Opias. It's my good old buddy. I don't have a name for him. He needs a name. I just call him Opia. If anyone has any suggestions, hey, I'm all for it. You can email me at TainoFunHouse@gmail.com. Feels like the Zoom meeting, right? So, yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, remind me later about Zoom. Opia, he needs a name. Um, Flaco. Oh, damn. Okay, Opia el Flaco. There we go, man. Where I know he needs to eat. Hopefully he'll tune in. He's definitely going to tune in tonight for the health program. Just gonna wait a little bit for more people to jump in. And how's the sound check? Anyone can hear me? Sound check. 1, 2, 3. Sound check. Everybody can hear me? Everyone's good? Greetings. Hey, what's up, Light? It's always good to see Light. I can see better. All right, thank you. I hope no one gets vertigo again. I'll be spinning around a little bit with the phone. I actually have my stands, but I left them in my storage locker. Last weekend we had a tremendous weekend, Saturday, Sunday, up at Columbus Circle, resisting the memory of Christopher Columbus and also his influence. He still influences us to this day. Hey Jennifer, what's up? Hey, what's up, man? Nice seeing you, Jennifer. Thanks for tuning in. Um, this past weekend I was receiving a lot of messages, and you probably have this same inclination where you spend time in study, you spend time in reflection and prayer and ceremonies, and all of a sudden everything clicks. You get this aha moment, and you go, "Whoa, okay." So tonight I want to share an aha moment, and I want to gift you all with what I think is an approach that our ancestors left us behind. It's a worldview that connects the spirit world and the physical world. Okay, I know our ancestors used Guayaba to travel to the spirit world, and they came back with all this wisdom, and they shared it with the people. So what I find is that whenever you're gifted with a vision or you're gifted with an insight, you have to share it. You can't keep it to yourself. And that's the secret of indigenous living. We live for the vision. And when you get that vision, you have to share it. Why? Because it's not about you, it's about us. And that's what indigenous is all about. Connection with the mother, connection with the cosmos, and most especially connected to one another. So today I want to do a little review. What I've been doing in the past months relating to the 12 semis, and last week I mentioned about the 13th semi. So I'm going to review that a little bit so you all can understand. So right now I'm going to switch my camera. Hopefully you can see this. I give a little outline here. So as we know, and for people that don't know, wait, hold on, before I show you that, little review. Ramon Boynayel was sanctioned by Christopher Columbus to learn about our ancestral spiritual ways, in their language, religion. And why did Columbus do that? Especially to divide our people so he can control our people. And so Ramon Boynayel, he was like a religious friar who had the privilege. I'm telling you, I wish I was him for one day. He sat with our caciques, he sat with the bejiques to learn about our spirituality slash worldview. Okay? And then this is what he gathered in his writings. Give a little small review. He mentioned about 12 semis. Now he learned that our mother is Atabey, and she had a son named Yocahu. Let me see if you guys can see this. I think you guys can see this. So they mention Yocahu first, Yocahu Bawa Manakoti, and but then they say, wait a minute, but he had a mother. So for all you two-spirit people out there, this is what you call the ultimate supreme feminine masculine. So right now, you're looking at a two-spirit being, a two-spirit supreme being, mother and son. Now, Atabey had a counterpart, Guabancex. Okay? Yocahu had a counterpart, Mataurie, Guayaba. And first of all, I just want to give a shout out to Antonio Arroyo Stevens, who I met personally, sat with him, and I always want to give him honor for the Cave of the Hagua, in which he broke this down. He compared our religious or spiritual ways with everyone else in the world. So want to give him the props for that. Howdy from Boricua in Texas. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Oh, awesome, bro. Texas in the house. Awesome. So I'm not going to go much, and this is all summary right now, but please check out the Cave of the Hagua. I want to link it later in the description. So we got Atabey, Yocahu. Now Atabey had a dualistic personality, which we call Guabancex, the hurricane, Yocahu, and Mataurie, Guayaba. Mataurie, Guayaba is the lord of the dead. Yocahu is the lord of life, the spirit of the Yuca. Without Yuca, we don't live. Atabey represents that pregnancy, life giver, and Guabancex is the menstrual cycle, the replenisher. She's the divine cleanser. So Atabey has two powers, life and death, life and death. Okay, so let me just take a pause there. I hope I'm not going too fast. For a lot of you, this is a summary. So let me just, man, I'm going old school right here. What, maybe I'm going fifth grade level? In the sense of using these stuff. So you guys see that? Let me see if I got it centered. So there you go. If you got pen and pencil, you can follow with me. So okay, so you got a cross with a dot in the middle. Now let's do a little circle in the middle. Again, this is my understanding of the Atabey circle with the point in the middle. Hey, Norbela from Dominican Republic, how you doing? ¿Cómo está? Gracias por estar aquí. So there it is. So if you're with me, you can do this as well. Now I want to draw another circle. Hold on a second. Sorry. So there it is. Almost looks like a bullseye, right? So I want to do something else now. Oh man. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I just want to give a shout out to Deminan Caracaracó and his 3 brothers, representing the 4 directions right here. So for people who do ceremonies and stuff, I know a lot of Taino's been doing the 7 directions, but traditionally you're looking at 4 directions with Deminan and his 3 brothers. Okay. Now the 7 directions came later on, which is more of a, I guess, a modern approach. I know a lot of different tribes, like the Mexicas and the stuff, they also apply it in their ceremonies. But as far as I know, the most traditional way of opening up a ceremony is Deminan and his 3 brothers. the four cardinal directions. See? And of course, shout out to his mom, to their mom, Itiwaka Baba, the bloody age mother. So, what I'm going to do is A represents Atabey, Yocahu, Y, Mataurie, Guayaba is G, and then Guabancex. So that's the inner circle. The middle circle right here is the void. It's nothing, the nothingness, the void, space and time that always spins. Now, let's start with Atabey, because mothers always go first, right? So we have Atabey has two companions, according to the stories that Ramon Pane understood. So Atabey has two companions, and that is, hold on a second. She has Majoru and Boynayel. Majoru and Boynayel. Majoru and Boynayel. Majoru represents the sky that has no clouds. It's just pure sun. And Boynayel represents the gray skies. Rain is on its way, the fertile rains. So fertile rains. Okay? And this, we can consider this to be feminine. Hey, for all you guys out there, and girls, and women, I should say, sorry about that. Boynayel is two-spirit. Whenever you see a carving of Boynayel, he always has a penis and a vagina. So you're talking about a two-spirit being right there, Boynayel. So Majoru and Boynayel. I promise to dedicate a show to him and her. Now, Guabancex, also feminine, has two companions, and her companions are Guatauba. Whoa, hold on a second. No, I don't want to use that one. Guatauba and Coakristie. Hold on a second. Man, I'm going old school here and it's messing me up. So, I'm sorry for the spinning around the phone. Is everybody with me yet? Everybody have any questions so far? I don't want to bore anyone. I promise this is going to lead to something. So, we got Guabancex, and we have under her wing, we have Guatauba, which is the thunderstorm. When you see the light of the thunder, there's an announcement to be made. And there's Coakristie, the carrier of the waters from the mountains down to the sea level. Okay? Now, Yocahu has two companions. First companion is, well, I call this the B-boys, the masculine B-boys. That's Baibrama and Baraguabael. Just see the words right there. Baibrama, which is fire, the fire guardian, and Baraguabael. He's the guardian of the farmers, of the earth, the plants, and so on. It's the B-boys. And then we have Opiyelguabiran, and we have Corocote. So, Opiyelguabiran, I promise to put this in the description, and Corocote. Okay? So, as you guys know, Opiyelguabiran is the guardian of Guabacex, which is Christians call heaven. And then we have Corocote. Corocote is everything dealing with sexuality, romance, love. There you go. There's rumors that Corocote was traveled to France, but I don't know if that's true. It's kind of corny joke there. Anybody with me? Any questions so far? So we got the 12 semis right here, okay? 12 semis. Hold on a second. Let me get my notes here. Hold on a second. So, any questions yet? Yeah. Okay. I know there's a little delay. Hold on a second. So, fire and cassava. Okay, so we're gonna put another circle, okay? Another circle. Hold on a second. Okay, we're gonna draw another circle as best as I can. Okay. Man, that circle's kind of crooked right there. Sorry about that. There's no frills right here. No fancy graphics. So I'm gonna put another line here, just like here. Connect these lines, right? Connect the lines. Connect the lines, right? Actually, you can see 8 directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 directions. A lot of tribes, a set of 4, they do follow the 8 directions. So the in-betweens. So watch this. Ready for this? So this is Baibrama, guardian of fire. All right, so let's put fire right here. F represents fire, right? That's our sacred medicine, fire. And then over Baraguabael, we got cassava, representing the plants. Cassava, right? Which was super substance for our ancestors. A lot of carbohydrates. And then on Opiyelguabiran, we have Cohoba, the sacred Cohoba medicine that was used to travel to the spirit world. And then we had on the Corocote is tobacco. Okay. I'm going to explain this later, tobacco and Corocote. And, okay, so these are the 4 medicines. And these 4 medicines in the Taino creation stories was brought to us by Baraguabael. Baraguabael. I'm sorry. What? I'm confused. Sorry about that. Baya Manako. Baya Manako. It's the grandfather. We know our grandfather. That's what Deminon said. So he brought us these 4 medicines. I'm going to go into detail in the creation stories today with this, but just bear with me. Now, on the Majoru, I'm going to put... hold on a second. Let me look at my... any questions yet? We're listening. Laugh out loud. Hold on. Majoru. Because I kind of switched these. Okay, mineral and plants. Okay, I'm going to put the mineral world, the stone people, or we remember Makokael. And then under Boynayel, hold on a second, I'm a little nervous here. We're going to put the plants. See, because Boynayel brings the water to the plants. Okay, so I put plants. And then Guatauba, I'm going to put under her, I'm going to put animals, the animal relatives. And then under Coakristie, I'm going to put human beings. You know, as humans, we're like 75% water. And Coakristie carries that water. That's why I like putting humans under her. So these are the 4 sacred medicines. The mineral world, plant world, animal world, and human beings. Okay? So that's the circle that I've been studying the creation stories for a good 30 years, man. Trying to figure this out. Trying to decode it if our ancestors left any codes. And it's very limited because we didn't have a writing system or any books. And we were relying on Ramon Pane and others. But that's what I'm looking at. That's like the sacred Atabey circle. Okay? Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 sacred semis. We got the medicines. And we got creation right here. The creation of the minerals. That's our... We need 100 minerals in our system to live. Minerals found in the sea or the oceans can be found in our bloodstream. There's 100 of them. The plants, this is the sacred plant medicine for any behike to do any healings. And then, of course, we have the animal. They are our relatives, the animal world. There's many people who have mental illness or challenges, and they use emotional support dogs, and cats. And there you go. That's the connection, how animals are just as emotional as we are. Aren't humans with the animal kingdom? Well, I'm using a worldview that our ancestors kind of were looking at. Okay, so yeah, you can put humans and animals together, but I'm trying to stay true to the ancient worldview. But they're our cousins. We're cousins to animals. A lot of native tribes now they say that too as well, both in the north, south, Africa, and so on, that these are our relatives. So animal, humans, but you can always interpret the circle the way you want and how it can help you. I like how the circle shows the relationship to each other, interconnection. Yes, Jennifer, very good. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, the interconnectedness of all this. So I'm gonna add some more stuff too. Okay, hold on a second. I'm sorry. Um, oh man, hold on a second. I'm a little nervous here. Okay, let's introduce this. I want to introduce you to a symbol that's found a lot in the islands, and that is the Solehayuya. Okay, been meditating on that sword for many years, and check this out. Ready for this? For me, I believe we always need to face the south because that's our homelands, right? South. So this is the turtle facing the south. So we got south. And then let's give her a hand. And this I consider the west because Opiyelguabiran is protecting Guabacex. According to the stories on the west coast, the west. Okay, so let's give another leg, right? And then let's get a tail here, right? Let's call another leg, right? And this is the north. And then we have the east. Why the east? Because the fire and Majoru, which is the sun, right? Fire, sun. It's the east, the rising east, right? Let's put another arm here. As we can see, we have a turtle woman, a turtle. And check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The 12 semis. We got 12 moons. And indigenous people, we honor the 13 moons. The same thing a turtle has, the designs of 13. So what's the 13th? I'm talking about the void, right? Well, check this out. If you see, this is Earth. This is the cosmos. This is underneath. This is a worldview that's found in South America. Thank you, Antonio Joroyo Stevens, for highlighting this as well. So, and right here in the middle, right? It's a human being, born of the earth, born of the turtle mother, which is in our creation story, is Deminon's wife, right? Came out of his back. And that's the 13th semi right there. 13. And this is why our ancestors wore belts. This is the celestial belt, the balance between, the sky, the earth, and the celestial waters underneath, right? So if you want to use a symbol of a tree as our ancestors, right? And it looks like more of a mushroom. But this is what the South American tribes, they see this, it's like, this is the canopy. Actually, I should do it like this. Above the canopy of the tree is the sky and then space, the cosmos, the planets, which was used, right, to navigate the canoes, right? I'm going to go, I see it's there was separating of society of humans from the animals, but still recognize the familiar relationship to the animal kingdom. Exactly, yes. Yep. So so I'm gonna get into this in the future. I think Light, I think you were the one that mentioned that you wanted to explore this further, wanted me to explore it further. I promise this will be the future assignment right here. I just want to show you the connection. So what is the 13th Semi? Who is this 13th Semi? This is us right here. This is humans. This is the baby that's born. I want to show you guys something. You see this right here? Let's do this. That represents breast. Now let's come down here. Right? And this right here, this section right here, can also represent the vagina. And this is the source of life, right? This is where the explosion takes place, and there's the birth. Again, our ancestors said that the mother of all human beings is the earth. So, I mean, is the turtle woman. Now, I just want to show you guys one thing right here. Again, this is my theory. This is so fascinating. I love it. Thank you for your teachings. Little Moon, thank you. Listen, I just want to stimulate learning. And if you can build on this, or we have something else, I want to learn too, okay? It's all about looking back and bringing it today and looking forward to the next generations where we can teach. Now, the moment I've been waiting for, guess what I want to do right now? Physical. Hold on a second. I'm just looking at my notes. Man, why did I write it so small? Hold on a second. Okay, physical. Physical, spiritual. Okay, I'm going to put a P right here. P represents physical. All right. Over here, I'm going to put spiritual. S as in spiritual. Physical, spiritual. Physical because fire is very physical. Cassava, the earth. Also Cohoba, very physical. It takes you a big rye. The tobacco. You know, this is the plant medicines that interact with the physical beings, us. So we have physical, spiritual. Hold on a second. Okay, and on this side, I'm going to put mental because of the humans where we're located, mental. And right here is emotional. Okay. So remember I was teaching you guys about the medicine wheel and so on that a lot of most indigenous peoples rely on, the sacred hoop. For us, this is our sacred hoop. Okay? It's Atabey circle, and it expands and it expands. And we have a turtle, we have the moon. Connection with the sun and the moon. Right? East and west. East, west. Wow, our ancestors were deep, man. They had all this down pat. I just want to add who were the savages, man? Who had mental health problems here? It wasn't us. We had a jam pack. So we got the physical realm. So this is the part where I'm talking about health and mental health. Well, guess what? To be healthy, you have to focus on your physical health, okay? And this is the part of the wheel that I like to say it's physical, okay? So what does fire represent? Does anybody want to write in comments what does fire represent for you? Hold on a second. What does fire represent in your life? What do you think our ancestors thought fire was? Well, just to give you a little description, for me, fire will represent cleansing, purifying, and taking something that has no worth, like a depleted soil, and you burn the soil, and then you get your nutrients back in time. Okay? Oh, chaos. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you get life. So fire... and fire is Baibrama. Baibrama, the semi Baibrama right there. Okay, Baibrama is fire, which is related to our physical health. So, what is something in your life that you need in your life, physical life? What fire you need? What do you need to cleanse? Okay. Hey G, what's up? Crunch. Well, you took it out. Wait a minute. So, so you need fire. Also, you see cassava, Baraguabael. Again, you need nutrients, right? You need the plants, which is related here, right? So you need plants. You need good food in your body to sustain. You need carbohydrates. You need proteins. So when you want to live a healthy lifestyle, our ancestors knew what to eat. They knew cassava was good for them, um, and so on. So when you look at your physical health, you're looking at Baibrama and you're looking at Baraguabael. Okay? Very powerful. These are the semis you have to communicate with. Baibrama and Baraguabael. I promise to put this in the description. The B-boys, the B-boys will help your diet. The B-boys will help your workouts and so on. It's the physical realm. Very, very important. And that's the realm of Yocahu. Yocahu. Okay, can't get more physical than Yocahu, right? Okay, now let me go to opposite. Fire represents nourishment by being used to cook, provide hot meals, guidance, because it provides lighting to see. Yes, there you go, man. You guys you guys are getting it. You guys are with me. So the physical realm, the first time when I realized that my diabetes was off the hook, I fought diabetes twice. I won twice, then I lost a third time. Now I'm diabetic. So what I need to do in my life, and I've been starting this for 2 weeks now, looking at Baibrama and looking at Baraguabael. So I need more fire in my life and I need more nutrition in my life. I need to eat those plants, right? So very, very important. And I'm staying away from these animals here, my cousins. I don't want to eat too many animals because their animal fat will increase my diabetes. This is what I learned. That flame, eternal flame. Yes, the eternal flame. Now let's go back to the emotional side. Emotional, E. Physical, emotional. Now, why emotional? I'll tell you right now. Opiyelguabiran, right? Opiyelguabiran guards Guayaba. And my personal feeling is if you're guarding something that's sacred, you better be emotional. You better have passion. Because if you don't, you're going to let anyone in, right? You have to believe what you're guarding. So, Opiyelguabiran, which represents in a Taino way the dog, you're a protector. You're a protector of that which is sacred. This is why people have emotional support animals. It helps them emotionally. It also is a protector. Now, it's also next to the Cohoba medicine. Cohoba. Anyone who's ever taken Cohoba can get very emotional. The first phase is like you feel like you're gonna die, and you can actually die if you take a lethal dosage of Cohoba. You can actually die, so it gets very emotional. Before you take it, it's emotional. I've cried many times before taking it because it can be your last. So for all you people who are listening right now, if you're taking Cohoba, it can be your last ceremony. So you have to be really careful. Learn from the experts who have lineage. Never go into a ceremony, Cohoba ceremony, if the people do not have lineage. This is not what they call that, self-help. Or this is not do it yourself kind of thing. This is thousands of years of ceremonies. Your flame will die. So it's very important to be emotionally connected. Just don't do it because it's fun or everyone else is doing it. Nah. Take a time out. Okay. Now, emotions. Corocote, the semi Corocote, right? And Corocote represents your sexual life, romance, Also, in the creation stories, it talks about how Corocote has sex with the cacique's wives, and they always try to tie him up. He always got loose, and he always got the women. So there needs to be balance in our sexuality. Um, I know, I know many of my friends practice, different versions of their, expression of sexuality. Um, I know when I was a Franciscan friar in my other lifetime, I practiced celibacy. And I believe that when you suppress this energy, this sexual energy, you're going to get emotionally wrecked. Okay? So it's important that you release this sexual energy because it's very emotional, it's very powerful, but you have to be careful with this sexual energy. You have to also guard it, like Opiyelguabiran. Guard that energy. Be selective if you can. Um, there's a lot of people with venereal diseases as well because they just don't have the boundaries yet, or we all have issues. Some people suffer from sexual disorders. I mean, sexual addiction, and it's very real. Again, sexuality comes from God, or I should say, the Creator. It's perfectly natural. Wait, you had a past life? Oh, me? I don't remember. Wait, past life? Oh, I have many. I don't remember talking about it though. I forgot. But Kundalini energy. Yes, that's it. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. So sexuality is a powerful tool, and it also can take the best leaders down. Okay? We see it in history, we see it in our families, we see it in our communities. When you're not when you take advantage of that energy, it can break you down. It can break down a leader, right? So so that's very important. Sexuality, and that's what pay attention to that. We all need a companion. For many others, is companions. I'm not here to judge, but definitely just foster that energy, protect your energy, and protect yourself. So that's what I want to say about Corocote. See, our ancestors, they knew what was going on, man. Now I get to the mental health issue right here. I mean, the mental health side right here. So we got physical, emotional, and then we got mental health. Again, humans, right? Mental health. There's something that's different. I think this is why our ancestors understood we're a little different from animals, is that we have what we call intellect. We can reason, which is a little different from animals, which use instincts. And they have emotions too. But we have something a little different. So these emotions, which I relate to Coakristie, right? Coakristie, she brings the water from the mountains and brings it down to the villages and whatever, to the crops. Um, but it can go out of hand as well. So we as humans have to balance our mental health. We have to pay attention to what makes us depressed, what makes us anxious, and also the personality disorders like narcissism, and we're seeing it in society now, the narcissism, and so on. So, hey, what's up, Devon? Tao, Taikaraya, what's up? Can you talk more about your past life? That sounds very interesting if you're willing to share. All right, I'll use that at the end. I can tie it all in with an experience I had um, in a ceremony, past life. So again, mental health, very, very important. Also, Guatauba is related to our mental health. This is the lightning, right? The thunder and lightning. Um, when we get insights, this is our intellect working with our emotions. So when you have an insight, an intellectual breakthrough, share it, write a book, do something. Very important. In regards to the tree in the diagram, it reminds me of a lot of the oldest ceiba tree that still stands in Borinquen at 500 years in Ponce. Yup. wonderful if that tree has seen many ceremonies. Yes, it has seen a lot of ceremonies. Actually, there's a Guayaba tree behind, next to a ceiba tree in Caguana, right in front of everyone. Okay, let me get to the last section here, the fourth direction, which is the south right here. I mean, the north part. This is our spirituality, okay? And our spirituality is related to Atabey, the sun, the weather, the rains. Um, Basically, spirituality is finding meaning in creation, finding meaning in family relationships, finding meaning in communities. And why is that? Because when we're social beings, we need others. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? There's two in Vieques, 400 years, man. That's amazing, man. So, I know it looks kind of messy right here. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. It's all connected to the semis. You see that? I promise I'll speak more about this in the future. But we are that 13 semi. We are number 13. And you are number 13. We live in community. We came into this world without any effort. Our parents helped with that. Their parents helped with that. And there's a chain. There's a chain that goes on forever. So it's our responsibility, using our physical self, emotional self, mental self, and spiritual self, to keep the turtle mother alive, to keep her going no matter what. It is our responsibility as that 13 semi to keep the tree, or for us Taino, right, the ceiba tree, to keep it alive. It's our responsibility, because we're a physical being, we're an emotional being, we're a mental being, and we're spiritual. And those four makes us sacred. We are sacred. So my insight that I receive is that we are sacred beings. But sometimes, right? Just look in the news, right? Just Google war. And we have physical wars. There's genocides going on right now related to emotions, right? A lot of psychopaths, sociopaths, and narcissists are leading. So our mental health is so important, And spirituality is super important. Super important, because this is what keeps that wheel spinning, keeps the turtle going south to our ancestors. Hold on a second. There's one more thing I wanted to share. So right here in the middle, again, this is the 13 semi. This is you. This is the animals. This is the plant world. The mineral world. Right? Anything that gives us life, it came from the middle. That's where it came from. So anything that has life is number 13, and we represent that. Now guess what? This is the clincher. Ready for this? Hello, what's up? This is the clincher, right? I believe, right, that these are the 13 faces of God. This is the 13 faces of the supreme being that our ancestors wrote as being Yaya, right? This is like everything that is sacred. Hold on a second. I think you guys didn't hear me. I forgot to hold on to the mic. Did you guys hear me? What I said? You guys heard me? Sorry. So let me just bring it to a simple design. This is the Atabey circle. She's holding it like in a necklace. Atabey, time immortal, Then we got the middle, the center point, and we have what we call life. And we're part of this life. See? We're part of this life force. We are part of this life force. Let me see if we can see the turtle design. There it comes, the turtle. So as long as we're alive on Earth, our responsibility, again, this is the Yocahu symbol, the triangle, right? Hold on a second. So we got, oh man. Stay still, buddy. Okay. You see this in a lot of the art. For example, you see a lot of this in the art, right? The triangles, right, in the circle. So hold on a second. So we got land, yeah, we got sky, earth, and we got water, right? And we share all this. It's very important. So our goal, right? Our goal, circle, center circle, another circle, the triangle, is to keep life flowing. Sorry. So wherever you are in life right now, it's spinning. Okay? Now sometimes something gets in the way and it prevents it from spinning. But what happens? We continue to do it. We continue to struggle. We continue to dance. See, we keep going. There we go. Sometimes we stop in our tracks because maybe people hate us, how we look, how we act. Maybe we went through a divorce. You know, sometimes the spinning stops for a moment. But the key thing is we got to keep spinning. We got to keep looking up in the sky and looking at the sun, where the visions are born. We have to be rooted on the earth. That's our mother, the sacred turtle. And we have to nourish ourselves, purify ourselves with water. Because there's going to be a time, and I promise you this will occur. Two things. You were born, and one day, sadly, one day, and I hope it's in the super future, your wheel, right, will, your sexual life, your physical life, your emotions, your spirituality will one day come to a physical halt. It will stop. But does that mean this energy that was created, does it stop? Does it finish? No, man. As you know, as science tells you, energy does not stop. Energy does not die. We might look like this one day, right? Like Flaco here. Opia Flaco, what's up? We gotta look for the word for Flaco and Taino. But we're alive today. And I pray that we all wake up in the morning, another day comes, and we could focus on, as Taino people on these semis, right? That each represent a power, a face of God, a face of the Creator. And look in the mirror, right in the center. Look in the mirror, and there you will find yourself. You will find your visions. You will find your dreams. You will find that which hurts you, binds you, But if you focus on all these powers that's contained in you, hey man, even Yayael, who went against Yaya, was redeemed. He was transformed into fish that fed Yaya and the wife and his mom. So there's always hope. There's always transformation. Life, death. Death, life. This is how our ancestors saw it. This is how, yeah, we meet Mataurie Guayaba, yup. The Lenni Lenape here in the Northeast where I live, they believe that you have a choice when you die. You can stay on Earth and protect the turtle, or you can go to your next phase, And sometimes I can see these spirits. A lot of you have come with me in ceremonies. We've seen the spirits roaming, and you can feel them. You can see them sometimes. So it doesn't end here in this physical realm. It continues on. Guys, any more questions? Oh yeah, there was that one question, right, about the, one day I remember I was in an ayahuasca ceremony for a good 8 hours, and there was a lot of concern about my health because I was spazzing out, or I was getting convulsions, and so on. But one thing that I learned in that ayahuasca ceremony was I saw my past lives, and one of the past lives that I saw was when I was a Behike during the time of the invasion. And it was a situation where it was awful. I felt the trauma. I smelled the blood. I was chosen to fight with my macana, naked as I was born, not even a belt. And I remember right before I entered the I was in a cave, and the elders were giving out the macanas, the war club, and I could hear my relatives screaming and yelling. I could smell blood in the air. I heard the horses. I heard the swords, and I was ready to pass out because I didn't know if I was strong enough I just didn't know if I was strong enough to fight these invaders. And I remember in this as I was traveling the spirit world, I must have went through a vortex or something, a portal, where I was able to see my past. And what I did see was one old man. He grabbed my arm and he dragged me to another part of the cave. And he said, no, not him, not him. And I tell you, I never been more happy in my life because I wasn't going to fight. Call me a coward? I don't know, man, but I was really scared. I felt that fear. And they dragged me to a canal, I guess, I don't know what you call those. And in caves, when you go into a cave, there's different chambers and stuff. So I went into a chamber, and it was an old man. The only way I can describe it, I believe, was by Yamanako, because it was an old man. I can see just like Flaco right here, I can see his ribs, and I can see more bone than flesh. And he was very old. And he told me to take the wood that was piled next to him and to put it in the fire. It was a huge fire in this cave. And then my responsibility was to bring wood into this fire. So I kept doing it, and I was very tired, very tired. I kept piling on wood. And the fire wouldn't grow, but it was steady. It was a steady fire. And then what happened was, which was to my amazement, I kept looking at this old man, and he wouldn't look at me. I could see his sides. He was almost like a skeleton, really. And he kept telling me, don't look back. Keep the fire going. Don't look back. And he kept saying that to me over and over. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look. It was like it was a song. Don't look back. Don't keep the fire going. Keep the fire going. So I'm doing this to the rhythm. And all of a sudden I heard a horse coming into our area. It was very dark except for the fire. And then I heard like clack, 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 like the metal shoes on the horse, on the stone. And then what I saw, I smelled the horse. And and I felt the breath of the horse like right behind me, and he was making like some horse noises, you know. And then the old man kept telling me, "Don't look back, don't look back, don't look back." And I could hear the medicine man who was leading the ayahuasca ceremony. He was following his rattle beat. Don't look back, don't look back, don't look back. And all of a sudden, I heard like metal, like whoosh, and that startled me, you know. I felt that metal, like clinging kind of sound, like whoosh, when you take out the sheath. And then I look back. I look back. And when I look back, the invader took his sword and the pale rides of death. Wow, I didn't think about that. So the sword went right into my jaw, right here. And went one side and it went the other. And with the force of the invader, it pinned my face on the stone. He was so strong that the sword went through stone. And I couldn't move. I couldn't move. Man, and the only thing I can hear was the old man saying, "I told you, don't look back. I told you, don't look back. Keep the fire going. Keep the fire going." And I remember in my last breath, I'm reaching out with my arms and trying to pick up the wood. And then you can just imagine, I'm reaching out with my hands, and I touch the wood. And just when I touched the wood, damn, he dug his sword even harder. It felt like when you go to the dentist's office when they shove that needle in your gums. Bam, all of his might. All of a sudden, I just felt this shock in my body. And I died. I was dead. You know? Do you feel that? Was your ancestor communicating with you, or was it your intuition? Nah, this was definitely my past life. Because ayahuasca does that for a lot of people. You return back, you go backwards in time, you know, and you can see your past lives. And that was one section of my life that, wow, it was deep, man. And to this day, I my prayer always is that I keep the fire going. I keep the fire going. You know, this past weekend, I myself and some other people, we were heavily criticized this past weekend for doing certain things that is so-called not Taino, or whatever. And these are just reminders, you know. We shouldn't dwell on the hate. We shouldn't dwell on the anger. It's all normal. It's natural to be angry. It's natural to want revenge, right? um, but what's important is those are reminders. Those are lessons, and it teaches us, especially as Taino, right? It's not easy for us Taino. We don't live in a designated area, all of us, which we can share and so on. You know, we need social media. We're lucky enough that we can gather together now in this social media world now. But many of us are trying our best. But when emotions get caught in the way, right? Sometimes when mental health challenges get in the way, we get triggered and so on. We fight one another. But when that happens, these are lessons that we need to learn. I learned a valuable lesson in my past life. Don't look back. Keep the fire going. Keep the fire going. So it's very important when you are told you're not good enough, when you're told you're a failure, when you're told you're not Taino enough, that's when you say to yourself, all right, it's time. It's time to learn. It's time to start all over again. And let's keep focusing on my physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual life. Let's go back to the center and let's start talking to these semis. And this is the time when we get the criticisms, when we get the failures, we lost our jobs, we got divorced, having all these issues, became homeless or whatever. That's when your fire is gone. For some reason, I don't know why this happens, but sometimes we look back. And when we look forward, the fire is gone. So go back to the middle. Go back to the center, because you are a semi, you are sacred. And just walk with Atabey. Sometimes the hurricane will stop. It's not all the time. Guabancex shows up. You know? Maybe you need to talk with Baibrama. Light up the fire again in your life. Maybe you're not eating well. You have to speak to Baraguabael. Maybe you need a retreat. You need a vision. You need a ceremony. You need some tobacco in your life. You need some plant medicine. Right? Human beings. Pick some nice, positive human beings in your life. It goes a long way, because humans are sacred. Sacred medicine. Humans are sacred medicine. Look for your medicine. That's right for you. Maybe you'll find a partner or partners. You know, look at the animal world. Imitate these animals sometimes. Be like the hawk. Be like the eagle. Be like the turtle mother. Plants. Eat the right plants. Look for nourishment. Right? Plant medicine. The teas. The soups. Minerals. You need more. You need more minerals in your life. Right? Mataurie was late to the cave one day, and he turned into stone. Again, transformations. The sun will come up. Right here. Majoru will come up. The sun will come up. It's not going to rain all the time. It's preparation, right? Look for a cozy spot when it rains so you can warm yourself up. Think of those visions, right? So when you look back, look forward to the middle. Hey guys, I hope that helped you a lot. This is a little my reflection of what this is, like 30 years of reflecting on this wheel, and it turned into a turtle mother, you know. And it's funny because a lot of indigenous Taino traditional folks, they have turtles in their houses, you know. So yeah, the life force diminishes. Thank you for the beautiful message. No problem, you know. So wherever you are in life right now, you can find it in this wheel, man. You can find it somewhere in here. You know? Right now for me it's the physical. It's the physical. I have to eat better, stay away from animals, and I have to light this fire, man. The fire. That's for me right now. We also have to work on our spirituality, work on our mental health. Don't let the anxiety get to you. Don't let the stress get to you. Search for human beings. Hey guys, I want to show you something real fast before I go. Hold on a second. You know, tobacco has been in our culture. It never stopped. The invaders couldn't take it out. They even exploited tobacco. And I got some andujo here. This is from Dominican Republic. Now this andujo is very healing. If you can ever get some, this is some powerful stuff. You only need a pinch, okay? You only need a pinch. Like this, a little pinch. You can smoke it in a pipe, or you can put it in your gums. You can put it in your gums. And what it does is it relaxes you. Please don't drive, don't walk when you chew tobacco. Anzujo is tobacco that's been fermented. Dominican Republic still knows how to perfect the art. It's one of the islands that still does this the way our ancestors did it. If you chew it enough, if you keep it in your mouth enough, you can um you can vomit or gurgitate, and that's cleansing. That means you need it. Or, oh man, I just swallowed it. That juice that you swallow can help open your arteries. It takes the plaque out. Again, healing. But if you do it correctly, sit down, meditate, because it's going to numb you. It's going to keep you solid, grounded, and just enjoy the peace and quiet of what the tobacco offers. The Spaniards, they tried their best to take our medicines away. But guess what? The spirit of Columbus, we still got our sacred medicine. Now I can't mill, it's against the law to mill tobacco, but if anyone is interested in tobacco, if you're in New York, let me know. I'll show you where to go. And then the part that you have left, you can always put it in the trees, or this is my plants right here. Put it in the soil. Wow, I just I'm sorry. It's potent. Gotta be real careful. And you shouldn't talk while you chew. Hold on a second. Always carry a cup to spit out the juice. If you can remember, our ancestors, our grandparents and great-grand, they used to chew it all the time. It's an anti-anxiety medicine as well. No, the only side effect is if you swallow, you might throw up. But yeah, so it's still alive and well. Also, guys, when Deminon had the ulcer on his back, one of his brothers took a sacred axe called the manaya. Took a manaya and he chopped the ulcer out, and out jumped a female turtle, their future wife. So my whole thing is, if you can, try to get an axe. Okay? You can get any axe. This is a regular axe I got at a hardware store many years ago. And here's a suggestion. Ready, guys? When things are rough, man, when the fire is out, physically you're sick, emotionally you're sick, mentally, spiritually, you don't know what to do. This is what I do. I want to share a ceremony with you guys. I take my axe, and I find a place in the park in the woods, and I start chopping wood, and I chop the wood as hard as I can, man, into different pieces. And then I dig a hole and I put the wood inside. And I look at the wood and I say, this is all the things that's holding me back. These are all the things that's messing me up. This is my disease. And then you take the earth and you cover that wood. Okay? Ask the turtle mother to help you continue to walk to the south. This is where our ancestral homes, right? Continue to walk. Because believe it or not, this right here is a shell. See? It's a shell. And we walk on the earth. And this is what we carry with us. The turtle carries his home. Our home is these semis. Okay? Our families. Right? Our plant medicine knowledge. The knowledge of fire. How to eat right. We carry this all with us. So what do you think, guys? You guys are sacred. So don't let anything take you out. Okay? Don't despair. Just focus on the circle. Focus on that which is sacred. You. Focus on you, and then you can help other people. What do you think about that? That's as Taino as you can get. This is traditional Taino medicine. You can't get any more traditional than this. They left it for us. They knew Columbus wanted to know the scoop. They gave him the scoop so we can learn. We can carry our shell, our bohillos. But guys, don't do it. Don't do it alone. Promise me, don't do it alone. Search for help. Search for guidance. Bottom line is we are sacred. You are sacred. We are sacred. Guys, I want to thank you again. I want to log off. Wow, over an hour. Sorry about that. But listen, just keep it going. Keep it going. And keep looking to the south, because that's where our homelands are. For those that are in the diaspora, in the north, there's nothing wrong with that, man. My parents came here because they had to come here. My grandparents came here because they had to come here for money. Many of them were tricked to come here. Those jibaros, right? And they left the land behind. But that land is ours. So you may live in New York. You may live in Texas, Canada, Australia, Amsterdam, Japan. Doesn't matter. Your home is in the South. Your home is in your heart. So wherever you are, forget about diaspora language, forget about all of that. We're on the Turtle Island. We are home. We're home. Guys, God bless you all. Bo Guatucan, blessings. Man, I want to see you guys soon, all right? Hit me up, TainoFunHouse@gmail.com. I owe a couple of necklaces. I haven't forgotten you. I swear. And if you get some tobacco, get some organic stuff and put it in your gums. And you could, when you need to relax, chill out, man. It's not that bad. God bless you all right? Nah, you're welcome, Devon. Hang in there, all right? And I love you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.